Welcome to Strategy About Gaming, to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You're here with GBHL James.
And GBHL Jamie. And today we're unboxing Lindir, which has been very kindly sort of given to us to unbox by Mr. Owen Wright.
Mr. Mathematics himself. Defeater of James. I've never beaten him. I've only played him twice. That hold ground. But he beat me both times. So we are unboxing Lindir now. I've got some bad memories of Lindir. Why would I have bad memories of Lindir?
Didn't he fight a goblin scribe once in front of everyone at Throne of Skulls?
I think that did happen. And I was rolling dice on behalf of Lindir.
Yeah.
Who lost
and died
to the goblin scribe. Can you believe it? Even with cheating red dice, which only worked for the first roll. So we are going to be unboxing Lindir, and as always with the unboxings, we'll talk about what we think about the model itself, whether we like it, see if there are any faults that we can see, although we're not experts in that, and we'll also talk about the profile and how you might see him used in his list. So, I'm going to open this up, as always with the new Hobbit stuff. It's got this tab thing at the back, which you can pull.
And it sort of opens it up for you.
Kind
and then
of.
you rip it in.
It's just rubbish.
Yeah. But at least you don't need scissors.
Yeah, but you know, you still can cut yourself on the plastic doing this. I think this is just as dangerous, really.
Okay.
Okay.
Get a parent to open it.
Yeah, get a parent to open it. Okay. Unless, of course, you're old enough to open it yourself.
And then still get.
Your pictures of Damien going to his mum. Mum.
Come on, you open this, please.
Okay, so let's have a little look at Lindir here. So it's just a single piece model. He doesn't have a slot of base. You always comment on things like that.
Yeah, he's just. I think most of the new Hobbit models, very rarely they get a slot of base anymore. I think Palace Guard are the most recent that got them. At first slot base in, sort of.
Okay, so just having a little bit of a look. Now, what we found with a lot of the new Hobbit models is that because the casts have been made for fine cast rather than full metal, that they have been a lot better. And you can see a fair bit of detail in this guy. His face, he's got the buttons down the jacket. I don't like the pose.
Yeah, it's sort of like as if he's welcoming you into someone. Welcoming you into Rivendell, or showing Elrond something.
Yes.
That's how it looks.
Or giving someone a hug.
Nah.
Hello. Come this way, please.
This way.
This way.
Dinner awaits.
Dinner awaits. But, you know, when you've got a model on the table, you want him to look like, come on, I'm going to crack your skull open.
Yeah, there's a couple of poses where it's the heroes, they don't look like they're in battle.
No.
Like the Godriel on this page.
Yeah, well, it's like a lot of the problems with some of like the, for example, Defenders of Rohan poses.
Oh, yeah, they're like...
Yeah.
The battle man.
Yeah, just not really doing anything, are they?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this. No, there was a lot of flash on this model.
Yeah, there is.
A lot of flash and
especially
a lot...
base, you have to clip a lot off the base to get him to actually sit flat on the...
A lot of air bubbles as well. If you look at the feet, I know it's going on to the base and stuff, but look at the bottom of the cloak there. Tend to find the air bubbles on these miniatures around the bottom of the cloaks. And on the bottom of his hand as well. On part of his hand.
And just under his hair there.
So yeah, just on his hair there as well. There's a couple, there's about 2 or 3. So the fine cast on this miniature hasn't come out absolutely fantastic.
Is this fine cast? Was it a fine cast release?
Is this a fine cast one?
Yeah, it's an old fine cast release.
It's a fine cast release. So in terms of rating this out of 10 as a model, I don't really like it. But what I do like is how he works in synergy with the Rivendell Night Force, particularly with Elrond. So we're going to talk about what Lindir does now, his stat line.
So, as an elf, movement 6, as you expect, fight 5 with 3+ shoe value, but he doesn't have any range weapons.
5 for an elf.
Yeah, for an elf hero.
Yeah, it's not a lot for an elf hero.
Then it's like most of the sort of casters of the races, they don't actually increase their fight value. He's strength 4 though, which is better than most casters. Most casters remain strength 3. Defense 4, so not great, but again, he's that sort of shaman-y role. One attack, again, cast 3. 2 wounds, courage 6, which is good. 1 might, 3 will, and 1 fate, so very much the standard.
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter hero.
Yeah.
It's not mine. He does come though with an elven blade, which is always handy to have in a fight.
Very much so. And he's got some decent war gear options.
Yeah, you got the option for heavy armour to defense 6, pretty good.
Very good.
And obviously a horse, which again, good.
Very, very good. Especially when he's a 1 attack model.
Yeah, gives him that option.
I was wishing I had his horse against that goblin scribe.
Or heavy armour.
Or heavy armour. That would have been very handy. But the key thing with him isn't that? It's what he can cast, his special rules.
Yeah. So, woodland creature like all elves are, and then he's got 2 special rules. Song to Elbereth. Who's Elbereth?
I don't know.
Lindir knows many enchanting and beautiful songs. When he moves, Lindir may sing out the words of a beautiful, haunting song. Beautiful, haunting song. All friendly models within 6 inches of Lindir before he moves gain the resistant to magic special rule until the end of the turn.
That's great.
It's a good rule. Interesting with before he moves, though.
Yeah.
Usually things happen at the end of your move. So if he's not in the middle of your troops and he starts outside the bubble, essentially, they're not going to be resistant to magic that turn.
So it's not like you can move him to an area to help a group out. He has to be with them in the first place.
Yeah.
But very handy. We got a Rivendell Night Force.
Yeah.
Obviously something which is good at anti-cavalry, things like Nature's Wrath. And
Yeah. Another thing with him before he moves is that if other models move out of his 6-inch range before he moves, they're not going to be resistant to magic. So it's very sort of, it's an odd rule that he has to move first, basically.
Yeah.
Give everyone the resistance to magic, and then everyone has to move with him.
Yeah.
So don't give him space to move out of your group of 6-inch bubble. Yeah. Then Wise Counsel, which is probably his biggest thing. Elrond has learned to lean on the wisdom of Lindir, and if Lindir is within 3 inches of Elrond may spend a single will point per turn without deducting it from his store. Elrond may do this even if he has no will remaining.
Effectively,
he's a staff of power. Yeah.
He is a staff of power for 60 points.
Yeah.
So when I look at Lindir, I think of him as that staff of power because this is probably going to be the main reason you take him for his synergy with Elrond, especially in this Rivendell Night Force.
Yeah. Obviously, Elrond's got his 2 spells, Renew and Nature's Wrath. Nature's Wrath being on a 4+, getting 1 dice for free. Once you're out of will, every other turn you should be getting that spell off.
Yeah. Which is incredibly important and very handy when you've got a cavalry force because these guys lead.
Counter charge.
Yeah.
You then knocked over.
Yeah, and I would love to try out this combination, a Lindir and Elrond with Rivendell Knights. I think that would be really good fun at 500 points.
Yeah. Also, Lindir's cheaper than the Rivendell Knight Elf Captain, so he allows you to get sort of an extra knight in there, an extra bow.
Yeah, which is pretty handy.
Yeah.
Which is pretty handy. Have you seen Lindir in any battles yet?
I have, yes. Charles Sims took Elrond, Lindir, Thranduil, and a Stormcaller with a High Elf, with a Rivendell Knight Force and Wood Elf Force a while ago.
Were they painted?
They were painted.
Sorry.
I played against it with, I think it was my Wood Elves, and it was really quite painful. Yeah. Because obviously you got all these elf bows from the Wood Elves, elf bows from the Knights. Elrond, he was beating my elves.
Yeah.
Obviously, left, right, and centre. So yeah, it was not a nice game.
Yeah, Elrond's a really good hero. In fact, I mean, I was thinking about if my Elrond had been ready, I would have been taking him on horse to this next one. Grinstead, as my leader with some Rivendell Knights in there, replacing the odd Son of Dale with the Rivendell Knights. I've got more bows, and I thought that would have been quite good.
To skirmish some more.
Just skirmish better.
Yeah.
But also for all the extra fire, and he's a better hero, leader.
Yeah, definitely.
With his rerolls, then means that Aimer can go and do his thing, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Lindir.
Lindir, yeah. So he's a fine warrior, but he is more so just going to be sitting behind, sort of next to Elrond, going, "Do you want a free plant? Well, this turn, Elrond, cast Nature's Wrath." Okay, Elrond.
Yeah, I would think of it more along the lines of, right, okay, so you've got Elrond there, you've got Lindir. If you put Elrond in his heavy armour and horse, which you probably will do, and him in the heavy armour and horse, which you will do, I'm guessing somebody has to do a conversion at the moment because there's no model for that.
Yeah, quite a lot of people are using the Rivendell Night Elf Captain as Lindir on horse.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Because if you look at him, he's got the headband and things on, so he seems relatively similar.
Yeah, looks
just
like
give him a weapon change.
Well, I would look at that and then think, well, you've got 260 point Elrond, who's got effectively a staff of power. He's a wizard that's got 3 attacks.
Yeah.
You know, and fight 6.
Yeah.
Actually, all of a sudden, he's a beast.
Yeah.
An absolute beast. So, works very well in synergy with Elrond. That's why you take this guy Lindir, or if you just want to take a few more Rimmerdale Knights. As always, it's been another channel unboxing. I'm talking about Lindir. Don't like the model so much, but we like the profile. Make sure you comment, like, share and subscribe.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
By buying a t-shirt and happy strategy battle gaming.